If you've ever run your hands through rich, dark forest soil, you know that it feels almost alive. Soft, spongy, and smelling of the earth itself, it's full of humus, the dark, stable organic matter that fuels plants and keeps soil fertile for years. Most gardeners know leaves are brown materials in composting terms, high in carbon and slow to break down compared to kitchen scraps. But what often gets overlooked is that they contain minerals pulled up from deep within tree roots. Trees act like nutrient pumps, mining calcium, magnesium, potassium, and trace elements from subsoil layers that annual crops can't reach. Those minerals are stored in the leaves, and when the leaves return to the soil, they enrich it in a way few other materials can. Leaves also provide the perfect raw material for building humus. Unlike soft green matter, which decomposes quickly and disappears, leaves break down more slowly, creating complex carbon structures that microbes can convert into stable humus. This humus doesn't vanish after one season, it persists, improving soil structure, holding water, and binding nutrients for years to come. The principle is simple. You want to create a moist, aerated environment where microbes and fungi can feed on the leaves steadily, without letting them dry out or compact into a mat. Ancient farmers, especially in parts of Asia and Europe, would rake fallen leaves into shallow pits or low mounds, sometimes layering them with small amounts of manure, green weeds, or even pond mud. They kept the pile damp and covered it with straw or other plant matter to trap moisture. What made this method so effective is that it didn't require turning like a compost pile. Instead, the combination of moisture, carbon from the leaves, and a small nitrogen boost from greens or manure created the ideal conditions for fungal colonization. The fungi worked slowly but steadily, breaking down the leaf structure and weaving it into the soil. Within a season, the pit or mound contained a dark, crumbly layer of humus that could be spread onto fields or left in place as a planting bed. You don't need a forest or a farm to do this. You can build humus from leaves right where you are. Start by choosing a spot that gets some shade during the day, because too much direct sun can dry the leaves out before the microbes have a chance to work. If your soil is compacted, loosen the surface a bit so moisture can move down. Lay down a thick layer of shredded leaves. Shredding speeds up the process dramatically because it exposes more surface area to microbes. On top of this layer, sprinkle a thin layer of fresh green material such as grass clippings, chopped weeds, or vegetable trimmings. These greens supply nitrogen, which microbes need to digest the carbon-rich leaves. Water the whole layer well until it's damp but not soggy. Then cover it with another few inches of leaves, followed by a mulch layer of straw or coarse plant matter to hold the moisture in. From here, the process is almost hands-off. Nature will do the rest. While bacteria are important for breaking down fresh organic matter, fungi are the real architects of humus. Their thread-like hyphae penetrate the tough leaf surfaces, secreting enzymes that dismantle the waxy cuticles and lignin that make leaves resistant to decay. This is why the ancient method works so well. Leaves in a stable, moist environment naturally attract fungal networks, just like in the forest. You can accelerate this by introducing fungal spores from existing leaf mold. If you have access to partially decomposed leaves from last year, sprinkle some over your fresh leaf layers. This seeds the process with an army of decomposers already adapted to working on leaves. One of the strengths of this method is that it doesn't require you to manage a traditional compost heap, but that doesn't mean you can't encourage faster results. Keeping the leaf layers evenly moist is the biggest factor in speed. Dry leaves can halt decomposition for weeks. A light watering every few days during dry spells can keep things moving. Another acceleration trick is adding a small amount of soil or finished compost between layers. This not only inoculates the leaves with microbes but also adds clay particles that help bind the decomposed material into stable humus. Even a handful of healthy garden soil spread thin can make a noticeable difference. At first, the leaves will look much the same, just wetter and more compact. But after a few weeks, you'll notice a change. The color will darken, the smell will shift from sharp and leafy to earthy and sweet, and the texture will soften. By the time the process is complete, the original leaves will be hard to recognize. Instead, you'll have a loose, black or dark brown material with the smell of healthy forest soil. This humus-rich layer can be planted into directly or spread around your garden beds. It will improve drainage in clay soils, increase water-holding capacity in sandy soils, and feed plants steadily without leaching away in the rain. Some gardeners are tempted to gather soil from wooded areas, but this comes with problems. It can damage natural ecosystems, introduce pests or weeds, and sometimes fail to adapt well to garden conditions. By making humus from leaves on your own site, you not only protect wild areas but also create a product perfectly adapted to your local soil microbes, climate, and conditions. Plus, the process leaves behind a lasting improvement in your garden space. Even if you harvest the humus for use elsewhere in your garden, the spot where you created it will be softer, richer, and more biologically active than before. Once you see how effective this method is, you can turn it into a year-round cycle. Every autumn, gather fallen leaves from your garden or neighborhood and set up new leaf beds or pits. While those break down over winter and early spring, you can harvest the humus from the previous batch and use it to feed your beds. This keeps your soil improving every season without relying on outside inputs. Over time, your garden will develop its own leaf-processing micro-ecosystem, where local fungi, bacteria, and worms work together to turn what most people see as waste into the most valuable soil amendment you can have. You don't need to wait for a compost pile to finish or haul in rich forest soil to get humus. The ancient leaves trick works in almost any garden, with minimal effort and no fancy tools, creating a living, fertile base for your plants in a surprisingly short time. Once you've seen the difference in plant health, soil structure, and moisture retention, you'll never let another bag of leaves go to waste. If you found this guide valuable, make sure to subscribe to Hydro Haven and share it with another gardener who could use an easier path to richer soil. Let's bring back the old ways that still work wonders today, and turn every fallen leaf into a garden's greatest treasure.